Dear friends, we are hobbyists which are involved in many electronic project making, and this is one of the fun projects that we have made. So now I will give you a basic introduction of this project. This project, which is e-lamp, is a substitute of many lamps in the market. As you know, in our Indian tradition, we have a culture of lighting an inauguration lamp at all the auspicious occasions. So this is a project which is a substitute to it. Also, it is a substitute to to candles at Christmas and various other events. Now I will give you the working of this project. This is the matchstick and this is the matchbox that I have along with me. When I strike this matchstick against my box, it starts lighting up. Ooh, I have it here. As you know, in our traditional matchstick also, a matchstick is rubbed against the matchbox and it works. Similarly, this works on the same principle. Now as you can see that it has burned off. Again I will strike it again and it starts working. Now I will show you the demonstration of the project. Whoa, my lights have already lit up. As you can see, these lamps are not the normal lamps. The LEDs inside it are not just glowing. Instead, they are working like the actual lamp. These are giving the sensation of a conventional lamp. But the working of this lamp will be explained in the explanation part. Hello friends. Now this is the matchstick that I have. And this is the matchbox. I will explain you the complete working of the matchstick and each and every component that I have used to make this matchstick. As you can see, here I have my inductor and here I have a switch. There are two LEDs. One of them is an IR LED and the other is a normal LED, a red colored LED. Now, this is the matchbox that I have. I will show you what is inside this matchbox. Here, I have 4 neodymium magnets over here. When I rub this matchstick against the matchbox, as you can see, when the magnets go around this matchstick, because of the change in the magnetic field around the inductor, an EMF is generated at the ends of the inductor. Now to explain you the entire working and making of the matchstick, I will open it for you. As you can see, as I am opening the sellotape, that I have powered this matchstick with the help of 2 coin cells. Coin cell used over here is a 3.3 volt coin cell. Okay, here I go. Yes. So this is the power supply and this is my MSP430G2553 microcontroller. MSP430 has an 8-channel 10-bit ADC. When I rub this matchstick against the magnet, because of the change in the EMF against the ends of the inductor, the ADC values which are generated on one of the pins of the MSP430 is used to flash both these LEDs. Both these LEDs, as you can see here. Now, this LED is flashing at a rate that we have defined. And this LED is flashing at the same rate as the normal LED. Now, this is a switch that I have used. This is used so that my battery is not drained when I'm not using this matchstick. As in when I turn it off, in spite of any change in the EMF around it, my matchstick doesn't work. Only when I turn it on and I rub this matchstick against a source of EMF, here it starts blinking. So this was the complete working of the matchstick. Only when I take this matchstick towards my receiver circuit, which is the lamp of course, it works. Now my teammate Arjun Singh will explain you the working of this lamp.
Okay. Hi friends, I am Arjun Singh, and as my friend have already explained you the matchstick part, I will be explaining you the lamp part of the project. So I will remove these couplings that we have used, and yeah, here it is. So I'll switch it off so that I'm able to explain it better. Now as you can see, this is a high brightness LED, that is a 3 watt 12 volt and a 300 milliampere current drawing LED, and I have used it so that the places where it will be used, it will be able to generate that much light so that people are able to see it clearly. Now I'll show you the power supply. For powering both of these, I have used an adapter. This is a 12 volt 1.5 ampere giving adapter. So this is being used here for powering both the LEDs. Now there are two parts. This is the LED, that is the power LED. It requires 12 volt for its operation, and the MSP 430 and the other devices which will be used for control options and other things, they are being driven at 3.3 volts. So I had to design a power supply, and as you can see here, I'll show you the path. I have placed a diode, and there is a 1117 IC, that is AM1117. What it does, it steps down the voltage from 12 volt to 3.3 volt. That is being used to drive the MSP 430 and the transistors that are controlling the operation of this LED. Now as my friend has already told you that the MSP has 8 channel and 10-bit ADC, and it is a very low power IC. And the main part of the circuit that we are using are basically two. The transistor that is being used to control this warm LED, and the IR receiver which the matchstick is transmitting. So when that IR transmitter is brought near to this IR receiver, the pulses that it sends, it is being received by it. So as you know, when the IR transmitter and receiver pair works in such a manner that when IR light is received by the receiver, it starts conducting, and when there is no IR light, it doesn't conduct. So whenever the IR is being transmitted, the transmitter starts conducting, and it starts generating interrupt on the MSP 4th pin. As you'll be able to see in the schematic that I have provided in the documentation. So in order to take care of other IR interferences, like from a camera which is used in at such places like inauguration ceremonies and festivals. So in order to take care that it is not being lit up by those radiations, I have programmed the IC in such a way that only after receiving 20 pulses from the IR transmitter, it gives interrupts, and the MSP 430 then further gives control to the starts providing the base current to the transistor that is being used for glowing this LED. Now this LED, in order to give the sensation of a proper lamp, we are not blinking it. We have used an LFSR code which is there. So what LFSR does is it basically generates random bits. So those random bits provide random current to the base of the transistor, that is BC3378 as a power transistor that is basically used for controlling power devices which are running at more voltage, more than 5 volt, and devices which are drawing high current, so DC547, and we are not using those transistors so that they are able to compensate for the high current that these devices draw. So this is basically the entire project that we have made, and this basically ends the explanation of the lamp part.